everybody, welcome to Her Story. Today let's talk about a Brazilian woman who revolutionized science and changed the lives of many people. Her name is Tatiana Sampaio.
Her story begins in Vila Isabel, in the northern part of Rio de Janeiro, where she was born on October 4, 1966. She is the daughter of an engineer, economist, and philosopher. Ever since she was a child, she wanted to be a scientist. She grew up very close to her father, discussing a wide range of topics with him.
Her childhood was deeply marked by intellectual stimulation. Her father used to fill the house with conversations about mathematics, physics, and philosophy, sparking a major fascination in the young girl for the study of particles and atoms.
Curiously, despite her initial passion for nuclear physics, it was in high school that her interest shifted to biology. Looking back at that shift, she recalls.
I told you the whole business of atoms, protons, neutrons, and electrons. Yes, fascinating. I wanted to study nuclear physics.
So turning to biology definitely paid off. She went on to win the Todas Award in the Development and Research category, which honors female research and science conducting cutting-edge studies in technological fields.
But before we dive into the lab, we have to talk about Tatiana the mother. She was 3 children, 2 biological sons, aged 25 and 21, and a daughter she considers her own, now 28. She raised them in a home she describes as warm and lively.
I am a supermom. I've had to describe myself, that's what I'd say.
Her home, just like her laboratory, is a place of constant movement, always full of young people, students, nieces, nephews, and her children's friends.
The pandemic never ever met it here.
I love her lifestyle because she's so authentically real. Tatiana is known for her simple way of living and her deep love for samba music. She moves effortlessly between the lab and life on the streets. She enjoys beer, samba, and local neighborhood bars, not fancy restaurants or glamorous itineraries.
That's a great point. She truly believes that science must be connected to your life. This vitality is reflected in her leadership style. She always prioritizes open dialogue and genuinely tries to understand the struggles and hopes of those awaiting a medical solution.
On the academic side, Tatiana is an associate professor at the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, where she heads the extracellular matrix biology laboratory at the Institute of Biomedical Sciences. By the age of 27, she had already completed her bachelor's, master's, PhD, and 2 postdoctoral internships.
Her core expertise is in biochemistry and protein chemistry. Currently, she studies how extracellular matrix proteins can modulate cell behavior and tissue organization during the development and regeneration of the nervous system. This is what led her to research spinal cord injuries using mesenchymal stem cells and a protein called laminin.
And the discovery of her breakthrough biopharmaceutical, polylaminin, wasn't even playing it.
Polylaminin just popped into my head. It's been 28 years working with the semi-protein, but I have spent 28 years doing the same thing. The journey has been very dynamic.
Tatiana became a household name among Brazilians after publication of her pioneering research in August 2025, which highlights the massive potential of the drug her team was studying. Now, she's often mentioned as a major Brazilian hope for winning a future Nobel Prize in Medicine.
Let's take a look at the technical part. The research began with laminin, a protein found in the human placenta that plays a key role in developing axons, the extensions of neurons that conduct nerve impulses, which get damaged in spinal cord injuries. Her team purified and polymerized this protein to create polylaminin, a synthetic material capable of forming structural networks that promote neural regeneration.
So they tested it on isolated cells first, then on rats, and saw a clear resumption of axonal growth. Based on those results, a pilot study was conducted with the Crystal Laboratory on 8 human patients with type A, Completely spinal cord injuries, a condition where spontaneous recovery is typically rare. And what's the results?
In 75% of cases, motor recovery was observed. To put that in perspective, conventional methods typically report a recovery rate of only about 15 for similar injuries. Can you believe it?
It's incredible, but we have to remember the sample size is still small, so definitive conclusions can be made yet. However, the results are so promising that Anvisa authorized phase 1 clinical trials to evaluate safety in a group of 5 patients. If all 3 phases show positive results, the marketing authorization application is expected to be submitted in 2028.
This decades-long journey to secure funding and bypass bureaucracy is exhausting. Tatiana makes no secret of the weight of her responsibilities. In recent interviews, she revealed her dream of taking a sabbatical year to rest and recharge. It really highlights the human side behind these great achievements.
It also highlights the challenge of balancing life. Tatiana points out an important reality regarding women in science.
In the biomedical field, we've been in the majority for a long time. The challenge isn't representation, it's balancing personal life and work.
And we absolutely have to mention her resilience. During government's budget cuts under the Temer administration, Tatiana went so far as to fund patents off of her own pocket so the research wouldn't die. Even though the university's lack of funding meant they lost international protection at this time. She simply refused to let anything stop her.
What a powerhouse! Tatiana Sampaio isn't just promoting the representation of women in science. She's actively changed the world and inspiring every girl who dreams of being a scientist. She teaches us to never stop chasing our dreams.
And with that great lesson, we end today's episode of Her Story.
We hope you enjoyed learning about the brilliant Tatiana Sampaio.
Make sure to stay tuned and keep following her groundbreaking research.